have a really tough decision to make. I just don't want my Italian friends to be mad at me. Okay, let's do another one and then only show it to the Italians. Mannaggia, ma miseria.
This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto, and we're back at the Bell Stage, and qualifying just wrapped up. And we were less than 24 hours away from the Canadian Grand Prix. Let's bring up those quality results now, because they will have a huge impact on what things will look like tomorrow. And George Russell of Mercedes takes the pole. Max Verstappen had the same time, but because Russell said it first, he gets it. So let's waste no time bringing in our guy, Lucas Wacker. Lucas, what's your biggest takeaway from qualifying?
Well, I think it's that Mercedes is back. I mean, what an upgrade package they brought here. Clearly that front wing adjustment that they brought to Montreal has made a huge difference to their overall performance. And they won pole here for the first time in Montreal since 2017. For Russell, it's his first pole since 2022. And for Mercedes, it's their first pole since 2023 in Hungary. It's an unbelievable weekend for them. And to start front row of the grid, it shows that they're really back and they can take the fight to Red Bull hopefully this weekend.
Okay, what was the biggest surprise from today?
Well, I have to think up and down this paddock, it's Ferrari. They both missed Q3 today. It's unbelievable. It's unheard of that they both missed Q3. And then for Red Bull, they have one driver that topped the timing sheets in Q1 in Verstappen. And then you had Perez miss Q1 for the third time this season, back-to-back races for him. So it's definitely Ferrari, but it's a little bit of a footnote for Perez's performance today. Unfortunate for them, he's going to be fighting from the back all day long and hopefully can score some points for Red Bull.
Real quick, who do you got winning the race tomorrow?
I think if it goes to the wet conditions tomorrow, I really like George Russell and Max Verstappen to have a head-to-head battle, and I'm going to say George Russell comes out on top. If it goes to the dries, I'm going to give the edge to Verstappen. So it's a little bit of a cheeky answer, but overall, I will give the edge to George Russell here tomorrow.
Lucas Wacker, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Marissa. Enjoy the race tomorrow.
And you can watch the Canadian Grand Prix tomorrow on TSN. Coverage begins at 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Pacific. Okay, it's Saturday and we are one day away from the big race.
The day of the big race.
Oh, the big race! Yes, yeah.
Obviously, I said that so we could use Seinfeld. What else? What else do we do on this show? And as we get closer to Sunday, we can do some pretty cool stuff. Like when myself and friend of the show, Tim Hauraney, got to do a little show and tell inside the Mercedes garage. We're playing a little game of show and tell with our guy Tim Hauraney right now. We're in the Mercedes garage. Exclusive access, by the way, that really we can only get with someone like Tim Hauraney. So shout out Tim, first of all.
Well, shout out to Mercedes and the crew here for letting us come in here and do this, because this is awesome. Not a lot of people get to do this, Marissa, so this is really cool.
Super exclusive also because there's a monsoon happening outside. I don't know if you can tell, but we just got rained on. So we're taking some refuge in here as we look at this masterpiece in front of us. They've made a couple of improvements this time around. So what are they?
Yeah, so this is George Russell's car that we're looking at right now. So new is the front wing. This is the front wing that they used in Monaco. It will be on both cars, so Lewis Hamilton will get the new front wing as well for this weekend. And also interesting to note that the front suspension as well is also brand new on this car, which is a pretty big component of a race car, obviously. But I mean, to redo your suspension and then to introduce it at a race is extremely difficult thing to do because you don't know what it's going to do.
Right.
You know what it's going to do in like simulation and wind tunnel and on like shaker rig, but you don't know what it's going to do when you get it to a track. So, I mean, it's a brave move by the team for sure. I just always love looking at Formula One cars and the designs of them, Marissa. I mean, because everything is just so like technical and everything is so fine and everything is so precise on it. Everything serves a purpose.
Yeah, of course. I can tell you're geeking out right now. This is Christmas for Tim Hauraney, and I just love to see the joy in your eyes. And honestly, we did start out with McLaren as well, but the weather got so crazy that we had to scrap it completely. The rain was wild. It hailed. As you've seen all weekend, I guess, the last segment, we get great access here in Montreal. And yesterday we went down to Crescent Street to chat with UFC legend George St. Pierre. Here with the one and only GSP. Obviously, we're here for race weekend in beautiful Montreal. So what makes this place so perfect for Formula One?
Well, the energy, the vibe. Unfortunately, the weather is not the best, but now the sun just came out, so we're hoping it's gonna stay like that.
Are you a big F1 fan?
I'm friend with Daniel Ricciardo, so I wish him the best of luck. But I know he's not the favorite to win the race, but hopefully he's gonna pull it off.
You know what we love about Daniel? He's very charming. Just like we think.
I heard he's like the driver that woman likes the most.
I mean, I can't speak to that. I can't speak to that.
How about you?
Oh, well, I really love Taylor Swift and Tupac. Those are my two.
Okay.
Thanks for asking. That's really nice.
Most welcome.
But if you would say maybe he's very charming, would you say that possibly he could be like an MMA fighter? Like, would he have the personality to jump in the ring?
We train together, and I'm gonna tell you, he's very athletic. Yeah, he's got some skill.
Interesting. Like, are you saying he's good enough to beat you?
Well, he could definitely defend himself very well if someone will attack him. Let's put it this way. Yeah, he knows how to fight.
Okay, I have another one for you. This is now very important. What is the fastest car that you've ever driven? Or the nicest?
The nicest car, from my personal taste, I like SUVs. It's a Rolls-Royce Cullinan. This is my favorite car, but it would be a big problem to drive that here because of the weather. So,
right, okay.
But I like SUV. I'm a big SUV fan. I've done a lot of extreme things in my life, like fightings. So, because of it, I think I had my load of extreme crazy stuff. You know.
Okay, all right.
I'm scared to go in the ride at the amusement park. You know, so.
That's such honestly,
yeah,
I don't believe that for 1 second. GSP is not afraid of anything at all. Thank you so much.
I'm afraid of height, I'm afraid of speed, I'm afraid of needle, I'm afraid of a lot of things.
You're surprising
But
all of us
I'm not afraid to fight someone in it. I'm actually afraid to do it, but I did it. Yeah.
Honestly, you gotta do the things that scare you in this life, okay? So I might see you on the track.
Well, on the track, I don't know. As long as I have a good driver who drive me and I have a good seat belt, and we'll be fine.
Safe.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
Honestly, he's just such a nice guy. I don't know who's more charming, Daniel Ricciardo or GSP. I get why they're friends. Okay, if you're coming down here for race weekend, this area is definitely a place you want to check out. This area is the Bell Stage, and there are a ton of cool activations. Earlier, myself and the Shift's Kayla Gray went head-to-head in intense competition. Every year, Bell does something really cool at F1 Montreal, and this time I get to experience the whole thing with my girl Kayla Gray. Except we're going to be competing.
Apparently it's like a rager out here. It's quite loud, but we're going to be going up agained each other. I'm excited.
Yeah, so we're going to test her skills and my own. I feel like I might have her beat in a couple
I have no skills.
Oh, great. Let's do this.
And this is why we talk about sports. We don't play them.
Yeah, no judgment, no judgment.
Wait,
ready?
wait.
Ready to play.
I work out. It was an arm day at the gym today, so this is not going to go well. I'm about to break something. Do we have coverage for this? Okay.
Okay, my arms are burning, okay? Burning. Oh, sure, you're doing it. Oh, she's crushing it. She's crushing it. What the heck? Ah! Come on.
Hey, I'm turning it.
Okay, fine. It's fine. It's
I don't got me anymore. I'm done.
Fine. Okay, so we're all tied up here, I guess.
We're tied.
Get it. What's the number? What's the number? Liquor is here to present me
A
my
helmet.
very first crown, my very first trophy, and our very first competition.
Don't get
with
used
one
to
another.
it.
Okay. You know what? I'll see you back here next year.
Back here next year, we're taking the crown, okay? Next year, all mine. I gotta work on the arms, the speed. We've got it.
I mean, listen, I'll take the dub. Now joined by Olympic gold medalist, and not to shortchange you, you actually have 6 Olympic medals. Andre DeGrasse, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Marissa, for having me.
In 2021, you issued the Race With Me Canada Virtual Challenge to get kids outside and running. This led to a relationship with Kids Help Phone. Can you talk about how that all came together and how the relationship has grown from there?
Yeah, so it started back in 2021. This was actually kind of at the peak of the pandemic. And yeah, it was just kind of, in that moment, we didn't know what was going to happen in the world. And I was trying to figure out ways of just trying to really inspire and empower, kids to just kind of just keep going. And I remember at that time, I met a kid and his father, Jesse and Rob, and they were trying to do the exact same thing. So I teamed up with them and we kind of started this Race With Me challenge where people would just kind of go outside and run a 400 meters and just try to go back every single week and get their time down. And then we give out weekly prizes and just show people that, hey, it's okay what's going on, but let's just try to continue to stay active and make sure that our mental well-being is doing good. So, when we did that, we decided, hey, let's team up with a charity. And one of the charities that actually came to mind was Kids Help Phone, a youth mental health charity. And I thought it was perfect, to team up with them with the initiative that we were doing for this Race With Me challenge. And we ended up raising a lot of money that day with them. So from there, they were excited. They were so pumped up and happy, and, we ended up having a little meeting and things like that, and said, hey, would you like to become an ambassador of Kids Help Phone? And I said, why not? For sure. This is something that is, close to my heart. Mental health is a topic of every discussion nowadays, not just in sports, but just in life in general. So, I decided to be an ambassador, and now, now it's 3 years later, and they asked me to be a part of a campaign launch for a Feel Out Loud, and I'm actually excited to be a part of it. I got some other athletes to be on board with it, so it's pretty cool to just kind of branch out and be in that relationship with them. And 4 years later, we're still going strong, and we're doing some great things in the community.
The message for this year's campaign on 6/8 is Feel Out Loud. As behind all the trophies and medals in sport, there's the stuff we don't see. The self-doubt, the pressure, the harmful inner critics that live inside our heads. How do you deal with that in your career, and what's your message to the youth dealing with the same things?
Yeah, I just want them to know that, it's okay to lean on your support system, right? For myself, I have a great support system. And just to get this on record, that even if a child does have a great support system and they just don't feel comfortable and they're a little bit reserved and shy and don't want to speak, it's okay. This is why Kids Help Phone is here, for an anonymous source, to help you just get out your feelings and make you feel comfortable with them. I'm fortunate to have that in my repertoire, and you might, and a child might be as well, but it's okay to lean on that support system as well as Kids Help Phone by just calling the hotline 686868.
Finally, we're here in Montreal for the F1 race. We know you're not faster than an F1 car, of course, but would you get a speeding ticket in a school zone? That's 40 kilometers an hour, if you didn't know.
No, I don't think so. If I'm running through the zone, I don't think so. I mean, I think they'll cut me a break. But hopefully they actually cut me a break as well while I'm driving as well. But no, I wouldn't do that through a school zone. Of course, I got my own kids as well, so drive careful. But yeah, I mean, it's fun. I mean, I think I've actually, I haven't tested that yet, but that's maybe something that I'd want to do in the near future, maybe, to see.
Andre DeGrasse, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
To learn more about Kids Help Phone and athletes for Feel Out Loud, please visit 686868.ca. That's it for me today. We'll be right back here tomorrow in this exact time and location.
Exact time directly on my jacket. It's raining. I need this.
I'm sorry. We'll see you tomorrow.